Okay, so if you don't know, recently we've been covering Filian and some recent stuff that's been going on with her hiatus. Now, this has been a very interesting thing, as recently she has been doing a kind of ARG thing, which a lot of fans have been following and trying to unpick, essentially, which has been pretty exciting for a lot, right? Because, again, it gives people something to do while she's been away, and again, she's been away for months at this point. But one main thing that we have been covering is the fact that she has been actually removing videos. Now, obviously, my guess would be that these are just privated and they're not for like fully deleted. So again, don't worry about that too much. But yeah, essentially, as you guys saw in the last video the other day, she lost almost 303 videos total on the 16th of February, which is an absolutely massive amount of videos. And obviously, that ended up equating to, in the last month, she's lost almost 1 billion views from it, from these videos being taken down, or from these videos, going down, which I think, obviously, yeah, that's absolutely crazy. But it seems like yesterday there was another update in terms of videos being taken down, with there actually being another 7. Now, obviously, it's not on the kind of level of like the 303. Obviously, 303 videos being taken down is a lot more than just 7. But it's still very significant, right? Because videos are being removed slowly but surely, and it doesn't seem like there is very many cohesive kind of, I guess, like, I don't know how what to call it, like numbers in terms of the amount that she's deleting. There isn't like a set number where she's like deleting like 20 every day or whatever. She's gone from 303 to 7. I think there's at one point she deleted a couple more beforehand, and again, it doesn't seem like there's any kind of pattern, but potentially there could be, because of course, if you don't know, we've been going through the whole ARG document recently, and they've been talking about like different kind of patterns and things that they noticed, different ciphers and whatever, that have essentially kind of pointed them in a direction, to the point where they're at now, where they're looking at like different Minecraft servers and whatever, and some of the clues in there, to what I would say, to kind of come to the conclusion of like maybe a debut, or maybe some kind of big project that she's been working on. And again, I think it is very, very exciting, right? But yeah, I just kind of wanted to give that little bit of an update to say that she has removed even more videos from the channel, and it seems like, yeah, the profile picture is getting dimmer and dimmer. But in this video, we're going to be going through the kind of following kind of stuff in the ARG document, as we are keeping up with that. And if you don't know, yeah, as I said, just, she has been deleting videos. This is like today news, like yesterday news. So again, this is like most recent. Whenever we go through these stuff in the Filian ARG document, I just kind of wanted to make it clear for some people who haven't got it in the other parts. This stuff isn't exactly like new. They've been kind of working on this for a while. Maybe some stuff is new with like edits and whatever that they've added here, but I just kind of wanted to make that clear, because some people were a little bit confused, saying like, oh, he's claiming that this stuff is new. I know it's not new. We're going through it, and we're kind of, letting other people understand it, because not everybody has read this document, right? And of course, I think it is a very interesting one, right? And it has provided a lot of attention to the whole situation. So again, obviously, further on from this one, obviously this is new stuff that we've been covering. The -7 literally happened yesterday, but this is older stuff that people have found in regards to the ARG and the hiatus that has been going on. Now, obviously, we've got this here, which is the YouTube video, or not the YouTube video, the live stream that was on the alt account that they've been bringing up. If you guys don't know, we looked in the last video, and you guys can go back through the playlist, by the way. There's a whole Filian playlist where we essentially looked at this alt channel that was made, essentially having a couple of clues and things. We looked at the first live stream, which was the 32511 whatever kind of live stream. Now they're looking at the JMKSZO, which obviously is an entire 11-hour long live stream with like different music and stuff throughout it, and it seems like they've actually timestamped a lot of stuff, including obviously in the 53rd second, being that the music starts. In the 44th minute and 10 seconds, there was an audio glitch which interrupts the music, as well as a Windows ding sound at 49:48. I wonder if that was actually legitimate, like if that was like supposed to be a part of it, or if they just messed up during the live stream. Because again, that would be kind of funny if that did happen. Obviously, 49:48. Let's just check it out and see what this sounds like. Good music, by the way. But let's just replay that. Okay, we're at 49:18. Okay, so we're reaching up to the 49:48. Oh, there's a little bit of one. That is very quiet, though. I think there's a tiny, tiny, tiny sound. I'm surprised people picked up on that. That is very quiet. So again, obviously that was featured in there. And of course they keep on going. So apparently at 3:03, the song abruptly ends, and then a spectrogram image of a fruit snack bag with Filian is lost written all over it at 3 hours. What the hell? Okay. That's odd. That's crazy. So yeah, obviously that is what it says. They say louder repeat of the fruit snacks image, and then they say music continues. Music suddenly stops again at 3 hours 53. Music suddenly resumes mid-note. Music pauses. Music once again resumes. Then it abruptly ends once again, and then the stream ends. No audio playing during the end. So obviously they found out that they opened playing Aria Variata BVW 989 variation number 1 by Mark Thompson, repeated in the key of A major. The recording is looping every 6 minutes and 55 seconds. So for some reason, could only find it on Apple Music, but this seems to be the exact recording used. The link has also been found on YouTube. They say the weird noises in the right ear appear here as well, so nothing of note. The spectrogram shows nothing weird as far as 11. Weird tones in the right ear, we'll check on the next loop. They put the description of 114 slashes. Say title is JMKSZO. Solution attempts. All 25 Caesars give nothing. So obviously they put it through the Caesar cipher, I'm pretty sure, like they did with the last one. And it seems like they've been going through some solution attempts. They put when put in the Enigma machine with all values set to 1 and plugboard empty, produces as a result Resol C, which is closer backwards, which again is absolutely crazy that they've managed to find that. So of course, yes, it's closer. It was then theorized that the use of Enigma was intended to be hinted by Buck's nationality. It was also theorized that the title was backwards, as the description of the livestream contains 114 backslashes. And then they cut this bit out, saying it was necessary to flip the spectrogram. This is incorrect on first user's spectrogram image in a weird program. The spectrogram image is normal. So yeah, interesting, right? And of course, this is them figuring out the closer stuff. They say, credits to Teleport Bread for solving the GM flat ass liquid for theory on Discord. And obviously you got the audio glitch. These glitches appear to be natural and are presumed to mean nothing. As a random unsorted screenshots of possible titles go glorp, remove if not needed. So obviously, yeah, if you say after I work, said from what is so far in the doc, keep going, it's happening. This after I sounds likely. So obviously, yeah, they're coming up with other kind of things that they might think of, and of course, this is all highlighted. And they go into the 114 theory. The song Aria Variatia, I'm not sure how to say it, BVW 989, variation number 1. The only thing that was related to number 114 to this song is minute in G major BWV on 114. The song was originally written by Christian Petzold and was popularized by S. Buck. This song is in G major, which could be a hint later on, I don't know, but it's got to be related to the fact of the title of the live stream was in was minor A. I don't yet really know how this relates to the words Minette or G major or Petzold, the OG curator, or even Anna Magdalena. The piece is part of the notebook that Buck wrote for his wife. Might be important. They said, why the backslashes? The escape theory. The use of 114 backslashes is not random. In programming, backslash is the escape character, suggesting the entity is trying to break out of the 114 the Buck minute. Also, backslash is used for Windows local paths, while backslash is used for Minecraft and URLs, and this confirms that the entity or Filian is trapped in the system OS and not the game, supported by the Windows ding sound heard at 4948. That is crazy. And obviously this is a theory that they've come up with. They said, this is just my theory though, it might be completely wrong. But I think that is a pretty interesting theory to kind of suggest from all of this, because of course they're going into the fact that she might be trapped in some kind of system OS with the kind of adding up all of the Windows sounds. Obviously we heard throughout the live stream, as well as all of the other things that they've come up with in terms of the song and getting the number 114 with the backslashes. Again, I do think it is a very interesting one, and they say a variation on that is that 114 is decimal in ASCII for R, and /R is a carriage return special character. This is used in Windows to denote a new line in the sequence. Carriage return followed by line feed. Reference wikipedia.org/new line. They say notes in the 114th bar of aria veratia. They say bar picture provided by Alien Freaker on Discord. And obviously, yeah, that is the notes here, which obviously, you know, maybe that means something. They say Discord community noticed that the note translations look similar or comparable to the DTMF results, which, again, very interesting. Of course, it seems like they are doing a lot of research into like the sounds and the different kind of music types. And I do think this is a very in-depth kind of, I guess, ARG or, you know, kind of, I guess, like piece of clue, I guess, whatever you want to call it, that Filian has set up here, right? Because this isn't just like a, oh, try and find my secret account type thing. This is like, they've gone into like full detail of like different like Windows like codes and, you know, certain kind of composers and music. And it's crazy how much all of these like kind of come together to create this one big thing for a VTubers ARG, which I think is quite funny. And of course, it's very interesting, right? And I think that this kind of, what do you call it? The uncovering of this has been very interesting to see, right? And obviously there's another page as well going into the fruit snacks image. They say, note this picture is not backwards in the spectrogram as some believed. The first user was just saying, was just using weird settings in the spectro program. The above picture shows the spectrogram produced with the correct settings, proving the spectrogram was never backwards. And obviously, yeah, this is the image I think that they found, which says Filian is lost, and has a picture of fruit snacks in the background. And they say better quality version, Lilia histogram. And say original image for the background, credit the babe 32 on Discord. The image is cut off at high frequencies, mostly at 16 kilohertz, but some of that above due to M4A audio codec. All data above 16 kilohertz is suspect as audio artifacting. The font is likely Minecraftority regular. So yeah, it does look like a very Minecrafty font, which I think could be pretty interesting, right? And obviously they provide the image of the fruit snacks that of course are being featured on here too. This is the text, by the way, which I think, yeah, definitely does add up. It does look very, very similar. And if, you know, have been previously theorized that the text within the spectrogram may have spelled Filian is lust instead of Filian is lost, this is due to in the original spectrograms, the O may have been seen as a U. User Mattion first theorized that this was simply due to artifacting and using varying methods achieved the following image, which appears to resolve the letters correctly, proving Filian is lost is the correct spelling and interpretation. So it is 100% Filian is lost. And obviously they have the screenshot from the Discord there talking about it, saying here's the imaging, here's the result image. I've slightly pre-processed the audio and then used a reassignment mode with 0 padding factor in Audacity. This is the first fruit snacks image, the fainter one. This method produces worse looking images, but more precise with the frequencies, which, yeah, it obviously then spells Filian is lost a little bit better. So again, they've really gone, you know, to lengths to find out exactly what is in this video. And of course, yeah, this is within the, I think the audio files, right? I think I'm right in saying that. Maybe correct me if I'm wrong. But I feel like they've gone into that with the spectrogram thing here. And yeah, I think it's cool, right? Obviously, you know, a lot of it is beyond me in terms of, you know, how they figure out this kind of stuff. But it is very interesting to read of how they found these different things throughout this entire blank, like, live stream, right? It's crazy the amount that they do the research on. And obviously, if you guys want to go and, you know, help out and whatever, but with the more newer stuff, because obviously, as I said, this is the older stuff that they have found. You know, if you want to go help with the newer stuff, including stuff to do with the videos being taken down, then obviously they're figuring out over on the Discord. So go and do that, right? Because of course, you know, they might need some help, right? But obviously, if you don't want it and you just want to kind of see what is going on, that is also just fine. But of course, it is a kind of group effort, as it seems like, and it is very, very cool to see the amount of people working on this kind of stuff. But again, another very interesting part to this document. Of course, we will continue to go over it. And, you know, as I said, it is an older thing. Just before anybody tries to say that it's new or something, this isn't new. This is like an older thing from a lot of the live streams. But the thing is, Filian is still gone, and this is what they have found so far about her being gone. So again, I thought it was very interesting for you guys to see. And of course, we'll be covering the next parts throughout this document, you know, over the next couple of days or so. And of course, if there is anything new, like the videos being taken down, then of course, I will update you on that as quickly as possible as well. Because of course that is very interesting too. But yeah, I mean, that is essentially all there is for this video. If you guys did enjoy it, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Also, go to GameStops, use my code Kazza, get 10% off. Again, they got a ton of really cool stuff over there. Definitely recommend checking it out. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. That's all. See ya.